Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live football watch along of the UEFA Champions League between Ajax and Borussia Dortmund, and it's taken place at the Amsterdam Arena this evening. Now this is the third round of the group stages, and of course this is still early doors, you could say, but this could be a very big game in this group because of course Dortmund with Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham and the like in their team up against the Dutch champions of Ajax. You just never know what to expect when a European team visits the Amsterdam Arena. We've seen some interesting games over the years there. Let's not forget that 2019 semi-final when Tottenham Hotspur turned up in the second half of that second leg with a last-minute winner and a hat-trick from Lucas Moura. So, of course, many people remember that when it comes to Ajax, which Ajax fans, I'm sure, if we spoke to one right now, they'd ask me to not remind them of what happened that night. They were just seconds away from reaching a Champions League final against Liverpool with that young, very talented squad at the time. But anyway, 2 years has pretty much passed, and we've got Ajax, of course, again up in a Champions League campaign, while Borussia Dortmund, of course, a team trying to dethrone Bayern Munich from the Bundesliga, and the last time they actually won the league was for about 7 years ago. But we do like to see Dortmund in the Champions League, especially with their yellow wall. I'm just getting the stream up on my iPad for the match, if I can find it. Where are you? So many channels on BT, I always get mixed up with which game. It might be on Extra, but I'm not sure. But anyway, do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Let us know who you think's going to win today. Vote on our poll if you haven't already. Ajax, Dortmund, or a draw if you're sitting on the fence tonight. Where is this stream? Nope. I can't seem to find it, folks. Nope. So many channels. There we go. The game has kicked off with 30 seconds in, so sorry about that. Let me get some atmosphere going. There we go. And let me actually get the clock going. Sorry about that, folks. Now, you're probably wondering, there is a box below me with the name Andrew on it. He will be joining us shortly. He's just finishing his evening meal. I believe it's a tasty one. He'll reveal more, I'm sure. So a minute into the game, and it's nothing to report on yet, just seconds in. But it's a very, very foggy night in the Amsterdam Arena. Now, I wonder if there's been a lot of flares going off from both sets of fans, maybe. Not sure what that's all about. But anyway, Haaland's just tried to push the ball up. The ball's gone off him, though, in line with the penalty spot. And it's going to be a throw for Dortmund deep into Ajax's half. But yeah, it's not easy to see from far distance, really, from certain angles that they're shown of the stadium right now. So it'll be interesting for the referee and for the spectators to try and look through one side of the pitch. It's more on the left-hand side of the pitch where the fog is very deep as it's starting to spray over the stadium. So, yeah, interesting that. And I honestly can't see much in the side that Ajax are attacking from. So Ajax are attacking from right to left, Dortmund from left to right. So, yeah, interesting already what kind of atmosphere we've got here today. Yeah, you really can't see much on that left stand. But I'd imagine it's flares. I've only just tuned into the stream, so I'm not actually sure what the hell is going on there. But anyway, at the end of the day, the match is still going on. That's the main thing. The show must continue here. The football in Europe. A lot of games going on in the Champions League tonight. We'll keep you updated on the scores as they come in. We will check the scores at half-time as well with Andy. Actually, let me just get the scores up for the matches on my phone so I can keep you updated on the scores. If you have any games you don't want to know the scores of, do put in a special request on the live chat page and I'm happy to keep my mouth shut on them. looking at the live chat, looking at the live poll, it looks as though there's a more vote on Ajax to win this game, 50%, while Dortmund are going for 42%. Now that is interesting because Ajax, you'd expect, would probably be second favourites here, but when it's the Amsterdam Arena, anything can happen. I mean, bring on the days of when you had the likes of Sneijder, Huntelaar in there, and obviously having absolute ballers of matches. I remember back in the late 2000s when you saw Huntelaar score absolute wonder goals in their team. I remember you'd have Setanta Sports. We used to subscribe to Setanta Sports, and we had Eredivisie on Sunday afternoons, so those were the days. Now, Andy's just joined us. Let me just try and add him to OBS. We can actually hear him now. I'll just add his actual face in, and you'll probably think it's Andrew Pirlo's brother. So let me just... How are you, Andy?
I'm very good, sir. I can't see your face, but
I'm
good.
The reason why is because my Wi-Fi is a bit shit, so I'm having to do anything I can that I don't need to use, if that makes sense. So,
I thought you were going to say my wife's a bit shit. Like that's a term. That's a twist in the tale.
Well, who knows?
I'm sorry for being late. I got an emergency. I had to make an emergency stop off my way to my computer. Is all I will say for those on YouTube.
No worries at all. I don't know if you've got the game on, Andy, but there is a massive fog.
I'm just loading it up now on BT. I'm just through my PlayStation, through the Sky app. A nice little cheap plug there. If Sky want to get in touch to sponsor us,
yes,
obviously more than welcome to, along with Manscaped for your balls and your needs. Yours specifically, Jamie, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I might not have any. I mean, we'll leave that for another day.
Yes.
Oh, right. Well, at the moment, it's currently Dortmund on the attack. They're wearing the yellow shorts and black shorts and yellow shirt. What am I talking about? I'm clearly blinded. I'm clearly blinded by the fog. But how's your day been, Andy?
It's been busy. I'm just realising that I'm on the Sky app. I don't know that I was just plugging and trying to get a cheap sponsor from. I'm not sure I can actually change from Partizan Belgrade and Red Bull. No, Paris Saint-Germain and Red Bull Leipzig. It's like, right, okay, I'm stuck on that for now. I will get that sorted as Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. Though my day has been it's been good. It's been busy. It's been a busy one with work and then busy one with food. How about your good self?
Not too bad. Just normal Tuesday for me. I'm getting excited for tomorrow as I head to Old Trafford for the Atalanta game. So hopefully,
are you?
Yeah, I've got a ticket. Nice. I've got a ticket. So hopefully, my luck will help them with a much needed win for Solskjaer on Wednesday night. Of course, hoping for a Ronaldo last minute winner again, just to go nuts, really.
That's what I think. That's what every Man United fan is clinging to in every game at the moment. It's like, well, there's that Ronaldo last minute winner, hopefully, because the rest of the performances haven't really been not so much.
I think that's the thing, because I mean, it's. I honestly thought our season would start off a little bit better. It's been a weird league season. I know we're 5 points off the top now, but if you don't get that form going, it's going to start getting bigger, and then you do start to have doubts. But we'll see what happens tomorrow, but a must-needed win. I think if you're in the Champions League group stages, you've got to win every home game at least, because that's 9 points if you can win all 3 of them. And then obviously it's bonus points from the away games, I always say. We got a throw in here for Dortmund, and it's pretty much right next to the corner flag on the near side. If you're wondering what the starting lineups are, folks, we've got them on the side of me and Andy, thanks to the Champions League website. So I do love the front three of Ajax: Anthony, Haaland and Tadic. Tadic, an absolute saint. I love him at Ajax, the captain. I'm not actually seeing Ajax play at all this season yet, Andy, so it's starting to refresh me looking at that squad. Have you seen much of them? Or
I caught part of all the game is on at the moment now. I managed to get it on, but I feel that this is just the flick between the games on BT.
Is that the goal show?
It is, yeah. It's just that, and I see what you mean about the fog. Horrendous there. No, I caught part of the game of the weekend against Heerenveen, where they won 2-0. It was David Neres and Haaland scored. And they're looking. Gravenberch has started the season well for the bits I've seen, and it's just I don't know. There's something about Ajax where I don't know. Whenever I watch him, it just draws me in. Although I've been telling you and some of the other Let's Talk Sport chaps in the last week or so. I've always kind of grown up loving Ajax from seeing them in the Champions League back in the 90s, and so by default it's like boo Feyenoord, boo PSV. But I've been watching the documentary.
Oh,
on Disney
sorry,
Plus.
Andy, hang on, there's a big chance here. Oh, it's a good block. It was Ajax with the shot, and I think it was Anthony. Yes, Anthony.
Yeah,
with
I've just
the
seen
miss.
that.
Yeah,
I think technically I'm a little bit ahead of you, even though I'm on the wrong channel and it's not live. But the goal show for now is on this. Oh, Daley Blind's in.
Go on, lad. United legend.
I know. I was when I started my FIFA 22 career mode, and went Sampdoria, and my first signing was Daley Blind. It was just and Victor Lindelof. I'm not sure what was going on there. I went a little bit Dutch.
I mean, Daley Blind is it's weird, isn't it? The connection, Eriksson played for Ajax. Blind is good friends with Eriksson, and of course, Blind had similar problems.
Penalty.
Or
Is
penalty.
it? No, I think it's a free kick right on the edge.
If it helps, Andy, I've got it on BT Sport Extra 3. That's the channel I'm using. If you're looking for the channel, it's those extra channels that they use for the Champions League, I believe.
Right. Well, the goal show that I'm watching after that foul, where it was inside or outside the box, have moved on to Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. Brilliant.
Who cares about them cop-outs? I mean,
exactly. Oh, Mo Salah's just scored.
Oh, he's on a roll, that man. Actually, funny enough, folks, if you want to have a watch long for the Wrexham game, we've got Joe doing a stream right now on the channel. So
really?
Yeah, we got 2 streams at once on the channel. Yeah. Pretty cool, eh?
No, you said the Wrexham game.
Oh, so I meant Liverpool game. Why am I getting my words mixed up? Maybe it's because I'm looking at a beautiful Andy on my Zoom. He takes words out of me.
That'll do it. Something like that. Yeah, I think how we got a Wrexham stream. I have got the Wrexham score up.
Oh, it's in, and Ajax have scored. It's 1-0. I'm not sure who got. Oh, it's Tadic. Our thumbnail man of the evening has scored, and has scored with a flick into the bottom left corner of the net. And what a start that is. 10 minutes exactly into the game here at the Amsterdam Arena. The fans are going berserk. I'm amazed they can see through that fog. But yes, if you're not sure, Ajax, you have scored. And it looks as though the cameras are on. I think the cameras are on Marco Reus there. I'm not sure if he had anything to do with it. Let's have a look here. So it was a simple free kick in. Oh, it's an own goal.
Oh, it's an OG.
It's come. Well, it was going in anyway, so I wonder if it's actually going to count. But it's come. The last header coming from Marco Reus, so that's not a good start from the captain of Dortmund, and it's the captain for Ajax that celebrates at the Amsterdam Arena. So 1-0 to Ajax.
Yeah, I've always got such a lot of respect for Marco Reus. Like, he was the one player that didn't jump ship from all these all the Dortmund players. Like even Mats Hummels, obviously, who's back there, left to try Bayern again. You've got Lewandowski, who is still at Bayern. You had Götze, who left. It's just like everybody seemed to be, all the big name players. Even Kagawa, whether it's Man United, and obviously will go back. And Mkhitaryan, everybody left apart from poor Marco Reus. And here he is scoring an own goal on Champions League night. But yeah, I've always got a lot of time for that, man.
Well, we got Dortmund straight away trying to respond with a long-range effort, and that's gone way over the crossbar from what is a very, very good wonder kid we're watching at the moment, Jude Bellingham. What do you think of him, Andy? Because I think his move to Dortmund was, well, I mean, I know it's only a small career so far, but it might be the best decision he ever made.
Yeah, it's to me, it looks like a great move for him. I know, obviously, you've been a Man United fan. It was seemingly a choice between Man United or Dortmund, and he got the treatment from Fergie, I believe. He even gave him the tour of Old Trafford and the training ground. Yeah, that was the story at the time, anyway, because United were going all out to try and get him, and he, in the end, he decided to go to Dortmund because I think a lot of that was, you look at the path, the career path Jadon Sancho took, and how that worked out, taking the chance for yourself as a young player to go to, in this case, Dortmund again. And yeah, he looks like a hell of a footballer. I mean, for me, obviously as a Welshman, it's I'd rather England didn't have these great world-class players coming through, but yeah, I think he's going to be a great player. And it's just, you look at, like, where does he go next, and when does he go next? Does he maybe, like Sancho, stay there till he's 22? Does he look in the summer to go somewhere? And you've got to look at the finances as well. Dortmund depending on what the situation is with Erling Haaland in the summer, do Dortmund need to sell? Do they need the money? Could they turn down, say, 60 million, 70 million for him? I saw today 100 million touted for Jude Bellingham. So I just think he's going to be a hell of a player. He already is a hell of a player.
I mean, it's so annoying as a United fan to know that Haaland and Bellingham got away from us.
Well,
To absolutely, I mean, we've got nearly the set. We've got Sancho to start it with, in terms of the three big guys that they've got at that club. Sancho now a United player, of course, but yeah, it's not been a great start for Sancho really. But I've kind of stressed with some United fans to say I'm not sure about the signing, but also it's hard when you've just signed Ronaldo, and that might change plans a little bit with that team. So. Yeah, I feel like with Sancho, Andy, he doesn't have that much freedom as he does in the Bundesliga. But, you know, when you see Sancho actually make the run for the ball, that's when he's dangerous. That's when it feels like he's going to create something special here and get that cross into the box. But we've just not seen any of that, or not enough of that, at least.
Yeah, I think you kind of touched on it there with the fact that Ronaldo's come in and that's kind of overshadowed him. But I think it's more as well like with at Dortmund, because he was so important. They realised how important he was even before Haaland arrived. That he had a lot more freedom. He had a lot more. He was allowed to be a bit more creative. He had a bit more. I get carte blanche would be the saying. And with Man United, it's a lot more rigid for him, it seems. It's United very much play around Ronaldo. Then you've got Pogba, who wants to dominate the play as well. He's always looking for the ball. You've got Greenwood, who's been, I think that's something not to overlook. Greenwood's been in phenomenal form to start the season, playing off the right a lot of the time. So, with Sancho, he's not the main man or even one of the main men. That's actually Ronaldo, that's actually Pogba. So I just think with him, maybe that Ronaldo sign-in, I don't know. Maybe it hinders him a little bit, but then how can you say that? Because I mean, any young player would want to play with Cristiano Ronaldo and train with Cristiano Ronaldo. Any Man United fan would want Ronaldo back. It's just I think with Sancho, it's more. I think I'm not saying this season's a write-off for him, but I think it's more a case of just let him find his feet this season, and then next year maybe. But then that seems nuts to say that on the 19th of October, already thinking of next August.
Yeah. if that month will ever come as well. You never know, time could stop. Weird things can happen in the world of the earth. There's just been a chance there for Haaland. There's just been a chance from Haaland. Well, I say a chance. The ball wasn't great towards him, and he had to move his body back for it. And then Daley Blind got lucky there. He got the ball. Well, he didn't get the ball. He tried to kick it out of the box, completely miskicked it. But because Marco Reus was right behind him, he just thought, he was like, no, I've missed it. He knew that was a big chance. I love the slow-mo of his reaction of, oh no, I need a goal after that goal I've conceded.
I'm still trying to work out how to actually watch this on a channel that I pay for. So it's not even like I'm trying to find a naughty place to watch it. It's like I pay for this. I'm just watching it through the Sky Go Up on my PlayStation, which I'm now going to try the Sky Go Up on my phone, so I don't just have to watch the goal show.
If it does help, as I've probably said before, BT Sport Extra 3 is the channel that I'm using.
Yeah, it's I can't seem to find it on my on the PlayStation on the Sky app even. Sorry.
Okay, I was going to maybe red button, but I'm not sure how it works with Sky.
That's it. See, I don't have a red button feature. That's the problem when you do it through the PlayStation. So I can't select match. I can only, by the looks of it, I can only go what's on the what's actually showing. Right, here we go. I reckon I'm gonna have more luck doing it on here. Stoke are playing Bournemouth tonight. Well, I did not know that.
Yeah, my dad's watching in the next room since he's a Stoke man.
Oh, of course. The Stokies.
Yeah, I completely forgot they were playing, to be honest. But yeah, big game for both teams there. Of course, they're in the playoff spots at the moment, Stoke and Bournemouth, in their bid for Premier League status next season. I've just checked that PSG are 1-0 up against Leipzig. Mbappe with the goal in the 9th minute, and it's Draxler who sets him up with a goal. Tadic tried to get the ball into Haaland there in the box, but instead it's cleared for a Ajax throw-in. And Tadic already having a good laugh with his opponents. Daley Blind with the throw-in. It's back with him. He's got plenty of space to cross it in, but instead he plays a short pass. It's back with his feet now. Easily. Poor that was, just losing the ball like that. And it's Brandt who's intercepted. are now on the halfway line. But yeah, it has certainly gone now. The fog. I'm sure it was flares or something. It must have been. I don't know how it could have just been fog when it disappears like that. They tried to find Haaland in the box, but Ajax deal with it. And I mean, Andy, it's mad. Every weekend we check who scores in the Bundesliga. The two players that are certain are Haaland and Lewandowski.
Yeah. I did like the fact that everybody kind of came out before this game on both sides, Ajax and Dortmund, are saying like there is more to Dortmund than just Haaland. But then when you watch them play, it's like I can't think of someone, I don't know, that young in that mode just to be so good. Just because, I mean, yeah, we all remember Messi coming through as a kid at Barcelona and kind of basically taking over from Ronaldinho. Remember Cristiano Ronaldo maturing and all of a sudden things just clicked for him. But and you remember the young players coming through, but I can't think of somebody who has come through so young and made such an impact in that main big powerhouse striker mode. It seems like, because he is very much a throwback. I don't know, that's unfair, I think. In some ways, he's very much a throwback to like your classic target men of years gone by. But then he's really quick and he's really clever and he's really technical. And it's just like, it's almost like a cheat where if you were making your own player on FIFA or Football Manager and like you gave him like the best stats possible, it's like they shouldn't mesh together. Somebody that tall and powerful wouldn't normally be that quick or that technical. And if someone's that technical, they're not normally that great in the air, or they're not. It's like a checklist of everything. And it's just like whoever gets him when he does leave Dortmund, they've got, you'd imagine, probably somebody who could well have a couple of Ballon d'Ors under his belt by the time he retires.
I think this is the thing, because like, I think a few months ago, Haaland and Mbappe were kind of poster boys as the next, Messi, Ronaldo, which I'm not going to disagree with that, but I think there's still, a few players out there that could go up towards that status. I still feel, I mean, I've got nothing wrong with Mo Salah. I think he's an absolute brilliant player, but like this whole thing of, I mean, only Liverpool fans would do this, but apparently he's the best in the world, right?
Where are you going? Well,
it's like Lewandowski scores just as many goals as Salah, and then people say, well, he's in a poor league. I'm like, well, all right, yeah, fine, but he's still doing it. Let's not forget that. I mean, I'm sure if Lewandowski came to the Prem, he could maybe try and prove himself in that league. We'll never know unless he joins a Premier League club. But I just feel like it's all about doing it for a long time as well. Lewandowski's been doing this since he joined Bayern Munich. He's been playing for fun. He's won the Champions League. He's won everything. And I know Salah's kind of done that, but only one Premier League and one Champions League. So I don't know. I'm just saying that, be careful, because at the end of the day, Salah hasn't won anything since 2020. So, a
whole year ago.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. He's a great player, but let's calm down. It's all about doing it for a long time, I think.
And this is ahead of you as a Man United fan, your team playing Liverpool and Salah at the weekend. Set yourself up for a fall there.
Don't worry, Maguire will break his legs. Well, he will do, because he'll be unfit, and then he'll think, I can't catch up with him. I'll break his legs, and I think that's probably for the best. But back with the game.
Wow, well, that's certainly one way of looking at it. I think it's for the best that Harry Maguire accidentally breaks Mo Salah's leg.
Haaland's dad knows a thing or two about broken leg.
Oh no! No. I think part of me is like, would that play a part in him not signing for Man United? Although he seems to. Maybe Man United are keeping Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in a job
that he gets Haaland.
Yeah, because obviously they work together at Molde, and seemingly they're very good friends, and Haaland has a lot of respect for him. And it's like, well, if you lose Ole, you don't get Erling Haaland. It swings and roundabouts.
That's what I said to my mate Jamie the other day, and I said, no, we've got to keep Ole because of the fact that we need to get Haaland. Because I said last summer, and I've still got this theory that United, well, I say theory, I think everyone's got this theory, but it does feel like Haaland to United is our main target for next summer. But I can't see it happening if we don't get Champions League, for example. If we don't get Champions League football, then we're in trouble. But at the same time, I think Lewandowski will go to City, and I think Haaland will either go to Man United or Real Madrid. I think those are his two choices, but we'll see.
But the Real Madrid one, though, and it's like, well, what's the situation with Kylian Mbappe? If he goes there, obviously he's available on a free transfer. That's going to be massive wages and a huge sign-on fee. So can Madrid then still afford to pay out whatever it is? Because the release clause triggers next season for Haaland. But can Madrid afford that? Even if Man United could afford him, would they still bring him in at a time when Ronaldo's still there? Because Ronaldo, as we've seen, demands to play every single week. Haaland has to play every single week wherever he goes. Then you've got Sancho, you've got Greenwood, you've got Rashford. You might even still have Anthony Martial. So you've got all these players vying for a position in that front three. And Haaland only really is going to play in the number 9. So then it's like, well, Ronaldo, in his last couple of seasons at Juventus, I think some people don't realise he was playing more off the left. But if you put him on the left next season, what about Rashford? What about Martial? What about Greenwood? What about Sancho? Then it opens up only one spot on the right. So I don't know if Man United could feasibly go for him, even if they could afford him.
Do you think? I mean, I keep thinking. I mean, I can't see Cavani staying for another season. I feel like he stayed. I feel like he stayed for another season because Solskjaer told him, have a season at Old Trafford when there's fans in it. Enjoy that experience. And then apparently that's what Solskjaer said. He said, look, you've been playing at Old Trafford. Oh, what a goal! And Ajax have made it 2-0. It's Daley Blind with an absolute cracker. A shot outside the box, hits the inside post and into the back of the net. And this has been a great start for Ajax. 2-0 after 24 minutes.
Sweet. Yeah, Blind heads it in. Haller knocks it off to him and then boom. Nice and low as well. From the edge of the box.
That's a great goal, isn't it?
Yeah. Just such a good. I love watching him play. Just he's everything that I think. Well, he's everything when I think of Dutch players and like the importance of the style of and the technique of Dutch football historically over the years. He just ticks so many of those boxes with just how elegant he is on the ball. Obviously, not the quickest of lads, but technically wise, just such a beautiful footballer to watch play, and especially after his health scare, where it looked like he might not be able to play again. It's good to see him back playing and scoring in the Champions League in such a massive game against Dortmund. And it's a hell of a strike.
I mean, I haven't kept myself up to date on Eriksen's situation, but you do feel like Daley Blind's a great sporting figure to, believe that you can recover from something like that and get yourself back on that pitch, because it's not happened only once but twice to Blind.
Yeah.
He had it in training as well not long ago, but there he is on the pitch scoring a goal at the Amsterdam Arena tonight.
Yeah, because we've seen a couple of times over the years where obviously Fabrice Muamba comes to mind, but there's been other times. Yeah, there's been other times where these sort of heart defects or heart issues have been picked up on ahead of time, but it's kind of forced players to retire. But with Daley Blind, for him to come back twice, and you'd imagine obviously he's had to go through the most stringent and strictest of tests to be able to allowed to be playing again. You love to see it, and fair play to the guy. It's just, yeah. I like I said, he was the first out of all the people I could buy on FIFA 22, my career mode with Sampdoria. The first person I went for was Daley Blind, just because I like watching him play football, even if it's just on FIFA.
I mean, I picked up FIFA 22 yesterday. Other football video games are available, but I need to actually play. I haven't started it yet. I might start it tonight after this game. Yeah. I need to do Ultimate Team again, because that was the one game I could never hack, even though I loved it. Because I never understood how people made so much coins out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like I would have the most I'd probably be able to get after winning a few matches was like 2,000 coins, right? And then there was this trick I found on YouTube where if you did your search for a player and then you made sure you didn't spend any more than 500 coins, there's now and again one or two players that people just ditch and they're worth quite a lot. So I do quite like that side of things. This whole buy-sell kind of way of doing it.
Yeah, it's basically like eBay. It's just like eBay sort of thing. And you're looking for a bargain. The other main way to make good coins is just literally just the luck of the packs. Like I remember getting on FIFA 20, I think it was, getting a icon Kaka, but it was like the icon prime icon. So it's like the best version of Kaka you're ever going to get. Oh. And it's like, I mean, that's really good. Like a couple of games are in, that's really cool to play with. But then you realise can sell him for I think it's like 3.5 million coins. Like, yeah, sorry, Kaka, off you go.
Oh, that's
so
a massive step. That.
Yeah, so it's well, and then I think I just like fleshed out like an Eredivisie team, which is what I've done. I say I fleshed out an Eredivisie team. I haven't. I've done a Dutch team at the moment. So it's all Dutch players. There's a couple of rare cards in there. There's a Steven Berghuis who's obviously playing today.
It's gone wide. Tadic again. Sorry, Berghaus actually. Sorry, go on. Was that Andy?
Yeah, I was just saying he's one of the he's playing on the right of my 4-5-1 because I keep getting done defensively. So I've gone with basically 4-5-1, solidifying it with Daniel Madden up front, obviously from Dortmund, with Steven Berghuis on the right and Justin Cliver on the left. I'm loving it. I'm loving life on it. I'm not that good, but it's fun. It feels more physical than it's felt in years FIFA. It feels like the players there's like they're more weighty. There's a lot more gravity to, and they bounce off. The physicality just feels better. I do keep conceding off my own corners though, which I need to sort that out massively. But I'll get a corner and then they'll counter, they'll score. Yeah, every time. Oh, there's a goal. There's a goal for Red Bull Leipzig.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who scored it. I think it's Silva. It is Silva. Ball comes in from the left and it's just rolled across the box, across the 6-yard box. He comes in attacking it from the far side, from the right side, and just puts it in. And it's 1-1 in Paris. That Leipzig kit's very nice.
And there's been 2 goals between Atletico Madrid and Liverpool now. So Liverpool went 2-0 up from a Keita goal on the 13th minute, but Griezmann's got one back on the 20th, so 2-1 to Liverpool now. So that is a mad game. That's only 26 minutes in. So Joe Stanley's having a lot of fun on his watch along, I'd imagine. But also furious that Griezmann has scored. Of course, Griezmann back at Atletico Madrid for this season, just so that Barcelona can tell Griezmann, we don't want to pay your wages. Can you go somewhere else for a bit?
Madness.
That transfer was really weird, though. I always felt. Me and my brother weren't so sure about Griezmann going to Barcelona, and in a way, I'm not going to say it's been a bad transfer, but I just feel like he never had to leave Atletico.
Yeah, it was to me. It was. Yeah, I agree. He didn't need to leave Atletico. It was a strange one for Barca in terms of when you look at the money they paid for a player that they didn't really need because you don't know why. Because obviously Suarez was playing as the main striker, you've got Messi just having a free role to be Messi. And it's like, well, would Griezmann go on the left? Did you play him as an attacking midfielder? Is he just that versatile player that fills in somewhere along the front three? Which they're all viable options for him. But I'm thinking if I'm spending whatever it was on him, like 130 million euros or whatever it was, then I don't know. It seemed like a head scratcher. It was one of those signings that came back ultimately to bite Barcelona on the backside, like Coutinho, like to a lesser extent because it could still work out for him, Ousmane Dembele, who it's just been so injury prone, and again, 130 million euros, and it's all these deals for Barcelona, and that's obviously these sort of deals that don't work out play a part in where they are now, where you've had so many mainstays there who've been at Barcelona since either they were a kid or since a very young age, and they haven't sold those players on. So like Gerard Piqué, you're going to get no money for him. You're going to get no money for Sergio Busquets. Obviously, Leo Messi went for free. Carlos Puyol before that, Xavi, Iniesta, all great players, all were brilliant for Barcelona, but they weren't selling them on and getting the big money for them. Neymar, obviously, they brought in and sold on, but then just the mismanagement and how they spent that Neymar money, it's like, I don't know, just one of the factors in it.
Good save. Sorry, Andy. I should have been 3-0 up there, probably.
I've still got Paris Saint-Germain and Red Bull Leipzig are playing on the RB Leipzig are playing on my TV because I have no idea what's happening with this Ajax game.
Well, Berghaus is having an absolute cracking game so far. He set up Anthony there with the shot, and then it was saved by the goalkeeper.
Well, that was such a shocking transfer as well in the summer when he left Feyenoord, because Feyenoord's captain, Feyenoord's main player, everything at Feyenoord went through him, cutting in off the right onto his left foot, and just to see him then go to Ajax is just, I know a lot of Feyenoord fans were not happy because that'd be like, Jesus. I try to think
like a Liverpool player going to a Man United team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, but I was thinking somebody maybe positionally in the same same vein. But I've waited. Yeah, it's just your heated rivals, your club captain, your icon of the club, then just leave him for your biggest rivals who won the league obviously as well last season. Ajax won the Eredivisie, so you're just strengthening them again. Leroy Fair left as well in the summer, so it's strange time for Feyenoord. But Steven Berghuis, a great pickup for Ajax, and I think you almost forget that this is a player who was much hyped and got his move to the Premier League with Watford, and it didn't happen for him.
It looks like Edson Alvarez has been given a yellow card for Ajax. I think that's the first yellow card of the night, actually, between both teams. But Dortmund, to be honest, they've hardly been seen up front at all. Hummels just tried to do a long ball then. It went nowhere and out for an Ajax throw-in. So at the moment, Ajax in full control. 33 minutes gone. If you just joined us, where have you been? Two great goals. One was an own goal. It's been officially confirmed towards the captain of Borussia Dortmund, Marco Reus, and the next goal after that was Daley Blind with an absolute strike outside the box. And anyway, just as I say, here comes Dortmund. Here's Haaland. He tries to jump for the ball, but nowhere near him. And I don't know why Haaland has features like Zlatan Ibrahimovic to me. Like, he'll just score some freakish goals now and again, or he's so big. You know what I mean? He just doesn't miss. He just reminds me of Zlatan.
I can see that. When he said features, I thought he meant he looked like him. But in terms of his physicality and his size, he does. It's almost like he makes other people on the pitch look tiny, like minute, because he just looks that much bigger and stronger than everybody else. And I mean, he seems to be already as clinical as Zlatan in Zlatan's prime. That's saying a lot, because I mean, love him or hate him, there's no disputing how clinical Zlatan's been over the years. Even though there was that spell where he seemed to always get slated by the British press because he was doing it in Spain or he was doing it in Italy or then obviously in Paris.
Yeah.
It was only when he came to Man United that a lot of the press stood up and went, yeah, he's actually quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many strikers that you could say has been to all these countries and has scored for fun and, and could say has won a few cups here and there.
Well, he had that ridiculous run where I think it was 9 championships he won on the bounce, or 10, when it was, because obviously he was at Juventus, which was their kind of their controversial title where they ended up getting relegated and docked points. Then he went to Inter Milan and won the league there. Then he was at Barcelona. Then it was back to AC Milan. Then it was Paris Saint-Germain. Before he went to Juve, it was Ajax. And before that, Malmo, where I'm going to guess he won stuff. So, yeah, there was just this run of like 9 seasons on the bounce, but wherever he went, Zlatan won the league. It was just insane. But then they play Arsenal, whatever. Whoever he was playing with would play Arsenal in the Champions League, and it'd just be all the English media writing about how, he's not really that good. It's like, he is. He really is.
But that's the thing, isn't it, with the English media? I do kind of question how many of these journalists actually watch these players away from England, because we have a lot of football that goes on here, so it's trying to find the time to watch.
It's 2-2.
Oh, Atletico! Yes.
Yeah. On my
Is it
TV,
Suarez?
I think it's Griezmann again. I saw was I looked at the TV and it was just Diego Simeone running down the touchline going nuts. So no, it wasn't actually. It was João Felix. Just João Felix is there.
Kaká's son.
Yeah, Griezmann's getting a kiss from Kieran Trippier. And I think, and now the camera's gone to Trent, so I don't know if Trent Alexander-Arnold's maybe had a bit of a moment here. Right, the replay. So it goes into João Felix. He does really well. He just makes an absolute mug of... Oh, no, it was Suarez. No, it was João Felix who made an absolute mug of Naby Keita. He's done really well there. He's just they can't get the ball of him. They cannot get the ball of him. Trent's been dragged all over the place. Van Dijk's been pulled all over the place, and Griezmann's just put it in from just inside the box on the left side. Yeah, he's got in between the gap between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk. No one's picked him up, and he's got in and he's equalised, and it's 2-2, and the Madrid fans are going nuts. Some very pretty ladies going nuts.
Brilliant. Oh, hang on. I actually could do it. Oh! Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, speaking of nuts, while we're on the situation, again, is this where we throw out the Manscaped promo code for anybody that wants to keep their nuts looking shiny?
Well, funny enough, we were going to promote that on Thursday from Thursday We can mention it now for any of you early viewers, but yes, LTS20 is the discount code, but we'll explain more on our stream on Thursday night, and then throughout the next month we'll be promoting the code, folks. So don't worry if you've missed that code right now, but if you want to know it again, it's LTS20, and you get 20% discount code on anything on the shop. Free shipping as well. And to be honest with you, I ordered some body wash on there the other day with my 20%. So I look forward to receiving that, even though I've got no sense of smell.
Did you get the ball deodorant as well?
No, that came with my free kit.
Did it? The ball deodorant? You get
they sent me the whole package, which was like worth $100 worth. So thank you, Manscaped.
The whole package for your whole package. Yeah.
But no, we do. We've been very, very blessed with them approaching us. So it's been. We look forward to promoting it from Thursday onwards. But yeah.
Yes, not tonight on Tuesday. You can tell I listen to a lot of podcasts that maybe have Manscaped as a sponsor. So that's the only reason I know about ball deodorant. I should add.
But they must like, their marketing team must be massive because they're everywhere. It's like Coca-Cola, isn't it? You see?
No, they're not. They only pick specific, very exclusive podcasts and shows to be associated with. That's
got you. Well, speaking of discussion stuff, me and Andy have been. Well, to be honest with you, I think Andy's waiting on me. Where we have been thinking about doing some discussions on European football on the channel, kind of like a Gazzetta Football Italia kind of theme, where we go through the current stories, whether it's daft news from daft sources or even proper sources coming out with some absolute blinding headlines. We'll be keeping an eye on them, so we're hoping to do that probably from next week onwards, mainly on days when we're a bit quiet in terms of matches. So we will keep you updated on that. But me and Andy we'll look forward to that. We'll try and be the next James Richardson as much as we can, but no one can replace that man with that beautiful pink newspaper in Italy in the cafe. He's actually presenting the goal show tonight, which is what his normal duties are these days.
He's competition tonight, is he?
He is Jimbo, technically,
right.
He is, which is hard to go up against. But yeah, Andy's a massive fan of Football Italia, but especially you've been recently on Football Devotion.
In fact, actually, I think if you can see there, by happenstance, I happen to have a Marco van Basten t-shirt on that I had purchased from there. If they want to come and sponsor us, I will happily take 20% off there and lots of freebies. They've got some really good stuff. It's one of those where I tend to, whenever there's a sale on, I'll go mad and end up buying kind of, I think last time it was like 6 shirts. Or you get to the point where you end up with I think last time it was like 200 quid's worth of stuff in my basket, and then realize that I can't afford to pay £200 right now. So then you have to I'll get rid of that one. And it's like that painful process of like making things a bit more realistic. There's a really cool Paolo Maldini shirt got from there, a Diego Maradona one, a Marco van Basten one. There's a really cool Wales one. There's a Wrexham one of a stack of old Wrexham shirts. So
really?
Happy to give those guys the plug.
Yeah, I do love their stack of shirts ones, like the Italian one in the 90s. I quite like that. I was tempted to get that. I did recently get the Channel 4 jumper with the logo in the Italian colours recently, which I wear that and I feel like I'm pretending that I used to work on the show or something, like production company. Because I heard about them before Andy mentioned it to me. I was working at the Golf and this journalist was coming up to me to pick up his accreditation, and he had that jumper on. I went, mate, you got to tell me, is that like from a shop or did you used to work for them? And he was like, no, it's off a shop. And then he sent me the link. And I'm like, I'm buying it. It's mine. I'm getting one straight away. So, but yeah, I'd fully recommend it, folks. It's a great little shop they've got online there. I quite like the James Richardson t-shirt as well, with him pointing to the pink newspaper. it is. It's what a save from the free kick, and again Ajax could have been 3-0 up, but it's a great save by Kabul, and I think it was Anthony with the free kick there, it was Haaland, I think. I can't tell, they haven't got it on close range. It's it's Gravenberch. What am I talking about?
Another player that's tipped to go, I'm getting that up here now. Free kick. Tadic goes to dummy. There we go. Gravenberch tipped onto the post. That's a great save.
What a save.
Nice height if you're going to be a negative Nancy. It was a nice height for the keeper, but still he had to get across there. He's had a really good start to the season, Graham Burke. He's been one of those players that's been tipped for the last couple of years as being a little bit like Jude Bellingham, just his midfielder, where he's tipped from a young age to be the next big thing. And he's getting to that point now where he's starting to look like the real deal. And you'd imagine maybe it's one of those where he goes in the summer. I feel like we're selling everybody in the summer. Like everybody's moving next summer. We've already decided in October now. We've decided that's happening.
It's funny because I watched a bit of Gravenberch last season. I think it was when they played PSV, and yeah, there was elements of him where you do feel like he looks very promising, but he made some mistakes as well. So I do look forward to seeing him. But this is the thing with Ajax. The team they just blend so well together. Their chemistry is very admirable because it's so easy to be a club if you've got the money to just buy these players and expect it to work. But with Ajax, they just bring in these players without much of a budget going, and they just nail it each time. But maybe Van der Sar, with all that going on, he works in that side of things as well at the club. It just shows that they've got it right then. They've got other former players helping out at the club, and they know the Ajax way. That's why I'm trying to... I do feel like... I'm not saying Solskjaer isn't the man, but even if Solskjaer didn't make it, I still like the fact of like Dan Fletcher and such, sorting out the recruitment at the club because they know what it takes.
You support Edwin van der Sar back. That's it.
Yeah, I want Edwin van der Sar back. Yeah.
Well, it is. It's like that's... No, that's what it's always been at Ajax. It's just, as long as I can remember, it's always been, even like playing wise, you always tend to find that a lot of players will return to Ajax for the end of their career for a year or two.
Yeah,
which is what I was really hoping that Wesley Sneijder would have done that, but it didn't quite happen. But yeah, so that they have this the connection to the club where they want to go back if they can. Like Johnny Heitinga, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar went back, Ryan Babel went back, even Edgar Davids went back. But then you look at, like you said, about see Edwin van der Sar there as technical director or sporting director, whatever he is. Mark Overmars is involved in the club.
Overmars, yeah.
Yeah, Bergkamp's there. It's just...
Was Bergkamp there? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm sure he's assistant manager now, possibly. He's been there a few years, and obviously they had Marco van Basten was there as coach at one point. So they have all these players going back there, and like you think, like naturally, you think one day Clarence Seedorf's probably going to go back there. It's just how it happens.
I'm still waiting for Seedorf to go back there.
You're still waiting for Seedorf to go to Man United with Wesley Sneijder.
Who knows? I mean, Sneijder has put on some weight since I last saw him on the TV.
Has he? I've not seen him in a little while. Right, okay.
Oh, there's a good through ball to Haaland there, or straight at the keeper, but just shows the moment he has space, he's incredibly dangerous. Erling Haaland, but instead it's straight at the goalkeeper, and it's still 2-0 Ajax. But that's probably the only real chance I've seen from Dortmund in this entire half. So they really need this half-time team talk, because there's been a minute added on for stoppage time.
It's a massive half-time for them, because you're thinking going into this, on paper, Dortmund are probably the stronger team, with the favourites, but it's always going to be tough going to the Johan Cruyff Arena, the Amsterdam Arena. That's always, if the fans get at you early on, if you're the away team, and you score you can see an early goal, then it's a tough one, no matter how good you are. It could be, it wouldn't be surprising if it was, say, Real Madrid or Man City or whoever, Chelsea, Inter Milan, if they went to Ajax when it's at fever pitch and they go 1-0 down early on, it's a tough way back, and that's the case with Dortmund. Speaking of Inter just going in at half time, I've just seen on the TV against Sheriff, 1-0 up with Dzeko with the goal, which I think that would be Sheriff's first defeat this season in the Champions League. Yeah,
they've won the first
big win
two.
over Madrid.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because for Sheriff, I think 6 points in the first two games is a great start. It's a great start, but it's definitely a be careful kind of moment. You've still got to get those rest of points if you can, and they've got teams in that group that can recover from defeats like that at the start. So it'd be great for Moldovan football if they can get out the group stages. Getting out the group stages, any wins after that is a bonus for Moldova football, without a doubt. But I mean, that win at the Bernabeu, Andy, I couldn't care if Real Madrid
nuts.
fans say, "Oh, we haven't got our best team." I couldn't care. Real Madrid should never lose those games.
Yeah. And that's all it'll say on paper. It doesn't say who was playing, who wasn't playing. It just says in the record books that Sheriff went to the Bernabeu and beat Real Madrid, the record-setting team that have won whatever it is, 11 Champions Leagues or probably 17 Champions Leagues by now. But yeah, this Real Madrid fell to little old Sheriff, and then Sheriff went and beat Shakhtar as well. So it's you love to see it. And obviously Inter Milan have maybe taken a bit more of a sensible approach tonight, a bit more pragmatic. Obviously, they've seen what Sheriff can do, and Edin Dzeko. When Edin Dzeko plays, Edin Dzeko tends to score, and that's what he's done tonight.
I think that's a great transfer for Inter. When I heard that they got him in the summer, I thought, no, that's can't go wrong with experience and a goal machine like that. So I'm quite chuffed for Edin Dzeko going to Inter Milan. They've got a massive game this Sunday. Inter Milan. They've got Juventus in Serie A, which is on a Sunday night. So that's a cracking game for you Italian football fans out there come this weekend. So we'll see how that plans out on Sunday night, which I think I'll have to watch Golazzo again that night and then watch the game with James Richardson. Look, James, if you're watching, I know you're busy tonight. You're always more than welcome to join us on a free wage here at Let's Talk Sport.
Work placement.
You could be the tea boy.
Yeah.
I'll be
speaking of the big games this week, just while I remember, it is the derby as well, the Ajax and PSV at the the
Yeah, so on Sunday,
game,
1:30 kickoff.
Man United, Liverpool, of course. So yeah, there's some big games.
It's a cracking day. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm probably trying to forget United Liverpool at the moment. Unless we win tomorrow, then I'll feel a little bit more confident ahead of the weekend. But yeah, that's a big game tomorrow for Man United, just to get themselves 6 points into the first 3 games of their group stages after they lost the opening game away to Young Boys. No thanks to Jesse Lingard. But in all fairness to him, he recovered from that West Ham game the day after, a few days after, and got us the winner, which was quite beautiful to see. West Ham fans absolutely gutted to see what their little legend at the time score against them inside their own stadium. It was quite funny to watch, I must admit. But anyway, let's just go through the scores from the Champions League. So in the earlier kickoffs, Man City had an absolute goal fest at Club Brugge. Cancelo, Mahrez with a penalty and another goal in the 84th minute. Walker scored one as well, and so did Palmer for Man City. Vanaken scored for Club Brugge, but that was obviously a consolation goal on the 81st minute. So a good result there for City, because they lost to PSG a few weeks ago with that Messi goal, his only goal so far for Paris Saint-Germain. PSG won, RB Leipzig won at half-time, Mbappe scoring in the opening goal there. And then Andre Silva, who joined from, I think it was Frankfurt, was it? Or which team was it he went? It was Frankfurt. Andre Silva was one of the players of the season from Bundesliga last season. So you could see why Leipzig signed him. And one of my favourite players, Angelino, with the assist. Angelino, even though he's a Man City old boy, you could say, I kind of have a lot of guilty pleasure for him. The way he runs down that wing and attacks the ball. I'd love him at Man United, to tell you the truth, but that's I could dream of any other player at United as well. Snyder,
you got Luke Shaw. Yeah, you got Luke Shaw still. You've got Alex Telles.
Yeah, Luke Shaw's great. It's hard to go against Luke Shaw with the year he's had. He's been absolutely phenomenal for Man United and for England, in all fairness to him. At half-time, I think this could be probably the game of the night. Atletico Madrid 2, Liverpool 2. Salah with the goal there, and Keita to make it 2-0 after just 13 minutes. But Griezmann, does he love a Champions League night under Diego Simeone. 20th minute and a 34th minute goal from him. So, and apparently, according to our group chat, because we do share a group chat here on Let's Talk Sport, we got Seb True, who isn't a Liverpool fan, but let's just say he loves to troll Luke Tanner, who's a Liverpool fan, saying Matip and Van Dijk still the best centre-back pairing, Luke, with a question mark and a laughing emoji. And what's Luke Tanner said? It's just one game, lads. interesting. I mean, it's hard to go against Van Dijk and Matip so far this season, really, Andy, because Liverpool, whether we like it or not, they've had a great start to the season, especially in the league.
Yeah. It's hard to throw too much shade at Liverpool. They've not been flawless. That there have been cracks, but obviously they've started the season on fire. They're scoring a ridiculous amount of goals, and you fancy them at every single game they go into. You feel like, yeah, I can't see anybody beating this team. It's, dare I say it, it's eerily reminiscent of when they won the league, where they ahead of every game, you go into it thinking it's not a case of a Liverpool going to win. It's a case of how many they're going to win by. So I'd be a bit worried at the weekend if I was you.
Well, funny enough, when we lost to, the last time we lost a manager was after a defeat at Liverpool on a Sunday at Anfield. Wow. Jose Mourinho losing, I think it was 3-1 that night. Which, to be honest with you, throughout that game, it felt like it was Mourinho's final match. I wasn't even though I was happy for Mourinho still at United, I was one of those that wanted to keep him and see if we can do the rest of the season. But obviously, Solskjaer came in to replace him at Christmas.
And went on that amazing run, which then got him the job full time.
Yeah, I honestly thought we found our man. But that's the problem, isn't it? When it's a honeymoon period like that, you can't really get anything wrong after the manager that we had before. But I even went to one of the games away at Spurs at Wembley when Man United beat them 1-0 to go like 7-8 games without a defeat and stuff. And I was like, I was leaving the stadium. And the United away fans came by, and I was just like, we just sang the song, Solskjaer, you're the one, you still turn me on, football's coming home again.
Does he still turn you on now? This, 2-3 years later?
Yeah, he always will, because I'll say, I've spoke to United fans before. I went to the Villa game a few weeks ago when we lost there, and I said to some of the United fans on the tram back, I said to them, you know what, if it doesn't work for him, it doesn't work for him. He tried, and he's trying to get our club back to where we want to be. And all the United fans think that as well. If he gets sacked today, he tried. He's still going to be a legend because of what he did for us as a player. You can never write off what he did in '99 with that last minute winner against Bayern Munich. So and all the goals he scored for us in all those years under Sir Alex Ferguson. He'll always be a legend. But in terms of next manager, if it's not going to be him, I don't care, to be honest. I've got to that point with United where we've tried enough managers to make me think it's more than a manager problem. But
that ties in with some questions that I saw. Greg Livingston in the chat was asking Jamie, how long would you give Ollie at United? And then another question of, if he was sacked, what manager would you like to be at United? Would you take Antonio Conte? A winner, but he likes to have things his own way, Conte.
Yeah, I think for Ollie, he should still have the rest of the season. My only worry for Ollie is if he doesn't get out the Champions League group stages this time, then he could be gone at Christmas, to be honest. I'm confident we'll still get out of it, but that's the first real hurdle I feel for Solskjaer if he wants to keep his job. According to Fabrizio Romano, according to inside sources, United have still got plans with Ollie, so there's nothing to say that he'll get sacked if we lost again this weekend or whatever. But in terms of Conte, I love Conte. I think he's a great manager. My only problem is he's just a short-term solution. Conte was at Chelsea. He had a great 2 years at Chelsea. He won the Prem in his first ever season with Chelsea. But let's not forget, his first ever season in Premier League football. I think any manager that comes over to the Premier League for the first time and wins the league with their club, I think that's just great. You can't get anything wrong with that. Mourinho did it when he was at Chelsea in his first ever season there as well in 2004. But my problem with Conte when he was at Chelsea was that he always wanted to go back to Italy at one point. And he was only there for, two seasons at the end. Final season, he won the FA Cup. And then that was it. That was his final game. And my worry about Conte is I just have this feeling that even if we picked him up, things might not go his way, and then he may just use the whole excuse of I want to go back home to Italy and manage someone else there instead. So, yeah, it's hard. Honestly, I've heard rumours of Zidane, but I think Zidane will get the France job. I think he'll get the France job at some point, but yeah.
it's a strange one with Zidane, but I was just looking away then on the screen because I saw a fella that I always think like he'd be good at Man United, Diego Simeone.
He would be, wouldn't he?
But again, that's somebody where if you're bringing in a bit like Conte, in fact, obviously he's more fiery than Conte, but Simeone wants a certain amount of control, and it's like, well, the United, because I mean, one thing that people throw at Ollie is that Ollie's a bit of a yes man for the people above him, whereas that's something that Conte isn't. That's something that Jose wasn't, and that's something that Diego Simeone wouldn't be. So it's like, I don't know. Are they just going to go for another safe, easy option and they know will just nod and agree? I think with Zidane, it sounds mad to say because of the trophies he's won, but I'm still not sure if he's a good manager because
I think he needs to go to another club to prove it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I mean,
maybe Juventus at some point would be.
Well, I'd like to. I mean, look at Allegri though. He's won the last 5 games. Juventus had a bit of a dodgy start to the season, but again, it's so easy to jump on the boat and say, "Oh, why is Allegri back?" But at the end of the day, this man, got them to 2 Champions League finals. He won them the leagues every season, which is the basic requirement, at least at Juventus, along with Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. You've got to win the league to keep the fans happy and to keep the owners happy. And I think with Allegri, him and Juventus just work. I still think they'll have a good season. They'll qualify for Champions League. Don't know if they'll win the league. I think there's a few good teams in there this year. Napoli are having a great start. Inter Milan, I think, could be a threat. AC Milan are outsiders, I'd say, but it's
Roma as well. Jose's obviously they got beat by Juventus at the weekend, but Roma on the Jose have had a good start. I think they're 4th. So,
but this is the thing, isn't it? Like, I feel Serie A's back, if that makes sense. As in, it feels like the 2000s again, where I'm not saying it's the best league in the world, but I'm saying that it gives me more of a reason to watch it because there's quite a few good teams to watch right now when I look at the fixtures list. So. And they've been unpredictable games. I mean, Lazio as well. Great
Lazio
win
the weekend
the other day.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cracker, but what happened at full time was absolutely brilliant. But what an idiot! He should have known not to have done that. Really, to jump on his ex-teammate like that, and then get sent off. He even cried, didn't he? He cried. When that happened. But
proper tears. Luis Felipe, the centre half, and how Denzel Dumfries didn't get sent off. I'm a big fan of him, but how he didn't get sent off, I have zero idea. For his reaction to the second Lazio goal, which. That was Lautaro, wasn't it, that played on when I can't think who it was for Inter. Somebody went down injured. Lautaro Martinez for Inter Milan played on, tried to score, had a shot. It backfired. Lazio won the ball, went down the other end and put it in. And then that's when you got Inter going crazy. Then, you didn't put the ball out for the player that was injured when you didn't do. You had the chance to do that yourself and you didn't. So tough.
Yeah, exactly. It's so easy to overreact to that when it's your team that's conceded. But that's I completely agree. They should have just cleared it. But it's advantage. The advantage didn't work for them, and then they've lost it. Yeah. So that's their fault for letting them score. And Immobile did well towards that goal. I mean, he's a great player for Lazio. We've currently got the players getting ready to come back out onto the pitch for the second half. It looks as though. I think Emre Can might be coming on. He's got his kit ready, and he looks like he's warming up. So I think he might be coming on straight away in the second half because they've got to do something, Andy, because Dortmund have been non-existent up front.
Toothless, I guess, would be the expression, which when you look at the attacking threats they've got, obviously Haaland, but then you got Marco Reus, you got Daniel Malin, you've got Julian Brand pushing on as well. It's like there should be more. There should be more of a threat from this team, and it's just I don't know. They just don't seem at the races on this. Just maybe the atmosphere's got to them. That's all I could think of. Because, like I said before, on paper, this Dortmund team is a better starting 11 by far than. And I've got a huge Ajax soft spot with my if you can see it up there, Frank Rijkaard looking somewhere on the shelf. Not the Frank Rijkaard, I should add, a photo print. But yeah, I've got a huge soft spot for Ajax. But Dortmund should be winning this on paper. But football, as the cliches go, is not won on paper. And Ajax 2-0. I'm very good for the 2-0.
Emre Can has come on then, so as expected, he'll start the second half. He's replaced Nico Schultz, so that's
right. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by that. I'm not so sure about Emre Can anymore, to tell you the truth. I don't think he's I mean, obviously he's getting older, but I do think there's one or two players in that Dortmund squad where I feel they could become a bit of a pain, if that makes sense, as in you need to move forward without them, but that's just my views. Marco Rose, of course, he is the current manager of Dortmund, and I think he's had a great start for Dortmund in the Bundesliga, and, you know, he was great at Mönchengladbach with what he had, I felt like. You know, let's not forget, he led Mönchengladbach to the top of Bundesliga for at least half a season in 2019, so he's definitely a man that doesn't mess around, and Dortmund, I think they made the right appointment there.
Yeah, it's worked out really well. It seemed like a smart appointment before a ball had been kicked, and at least in the Bundesliga it's worked out well. Not so much tonight, and I'm intrigued now with Emre Can coming on, like how, I don't know, how this changes the approach for Dortmund, because obviously if Schultz is going off at the left back, Emre Can, is he going to come on at left back? Do they go with three at the back with Meunier dropping in as a third centre back? And I don't know. Maybe it's just a way to nullify Ajax in the middle of the pitch. You got Emre Can, you've kept Axel Witsel on, so that's your two ball winners traditionally. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this works out for them, I think, with Marco Reus.
So Ajax have got a throw in. Oh, calls fan ball outside the box, but referee says play on. Would have been a dangerous free kick if they got given that, Ajax, but instead they've still got the ball. It's on the edge of the box.
I've just seen it, yeah. Really nice footwork to bring that back. And then put it straight at the goalkeeper.
Straight at the goalkeeper. What a waste. What are the other scores? FC Porto 0, AC Milan 0. Their game's just kicked off again. Real Madrid 1-0 up away at Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk is a tricky place to play at. It's not an easy team to beat when they host matches. They do cause some upsets.
There's an own goal as well.
Chris.
Oh my word, Erling Haaland.
Oh, what a save!
So close, so far. Tipped onto the crossbar by the goalkeeper from a volley from the edge of the box. That's a hell of a hit.
Pazva with the save.
Actually, Emre Can is coming at left back because he's just played a really good ball for that. The ball over the top, split the defenders, the centre halves for Ajax. And then Erling Haaland has taken it first time on the volley on his right foot at the edge of the box, and it's tipped onto the crossbar.
Flo
and back out. We should add back out. It didn't go in.
Oh, such a good save. Flo172 says hello Flo. Let us know, folks, where you're watching the match from today. Of course, don't forget to vote on our poll. We'll put in man of the match poll before the end of the game. Currently 49% towards Ajax, Dortmund at 44%, and 7% of you who clearly want to sit on the fence have gone for a draw.
Ajax win, clearly on that. Greg's in the comments again about if he was a United fan, he'd take Conte because the reason he left Inter was because the owners didn't allow him to buy players that he wanted. So the right thing he did was left the club. Yeah, there is that where there were certain players he wanted to buy and Inter weren't happy for that. And also there were certain players he wanted to keep, namely Romelu Lukaku, I think. And Inter obviously were seeing the money on that because it's a weird time for football across the globe for the last year, I guess, where finances have been so badly hit from having no crowds for large periods. Oh, nearly 3-0 Ajax, but not.
What a save.
So clubs, it seems like clubs, especially in Italy, they've been having to look at selling assets in terms of players just to make ends meet. And that was obviously Inter chose to cash in on Lukaku. But yeah, I think Conte would be great at United. But I think, like you said before, it'd be a short-term fix. But then I suppose realistically, if you look at the top clubs in world football these days, a lot of the time it is. Yeah, a lot of the time they are short-term stints, and it works. Pep's the exception, but then I don't class Pep as being at Man City for a long time. But whatever it is now, 6 years in comparison to a lot of his counterparts, that's a long time. I don't know. Like Jose, when he was successful at Chelsea both times, they were 3 seasons apiece. Inter, I think he was there for 2 seasons. Madrid as well. Nobody stays around. Zidane, all the success he had, where I'm saying I'm not sure if he's a good manager. Yeah, it was still what I think cumulative was maybe 3.5, 4 seasons with his 2 spells. So don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world for if Conte came in and did 2 seasons, it was 2 seasons of competing.
But this is why I think United are going down the old-fashioned route with Solskjaer. I honestly have this feeling because Solskjaer, look, he's going to be committed to the job regardless because of his loyalty towards the club. I mean, he's already been rejecting Carragher's comments about him from yesterday's Monday Night Football, but that's how I look at it with Solskjaer, and I do think there is a way where the owners look at Solskjaer and think he's like the middleman between the owners and the fans, where the fans respect Solskjaer, and the owners are obviously trying to be in our good books as fans, but I'll be honest with you, they need to sell the club in my eyes for us to be happy with them. They're just dodgy people, I'm afraid. They're just not owners we can get behind compared to other clubs that they've got. So yeah, I think Solskjaer's a long-term plan. The problem is how long can you let it happen for where he's not winning games and we're missing out on, success as a club because it's been 4 years now. It'll be at least 5 years since we won a trophy come the end of this season. So it's worrying times as a United fan, but I can still trust the process. But I'm just trying to think of who are candidates out there for the Man United job. I honestly think Conte and Zidane are your top two, but I've always loved Nagelsmann, but he's just got the job at Bayern, so that's not going to happen. Yeah. I really like the way Nagelsmann's formed as a manager, and he's only 34, 35. Quite an aspiring person, an inspiring person. I really like Erik ten Hag. I think he's done great at Ajax with what he's got. Would he cope with a club with a lot more money to spend? Who knows? I wouldn't say no to him even. I don't.
Oh my word!
Has there been a goal?
Sheriff have just scored a worldie of a free kick.
Oh, really?
To equalise against Inter Milan.
I
have no idea who the fella is who's just hit it, but he's a good 30 yards out on the right side of the pitch, and he's just gone over the wall and killed. Handanovic had no chance on this. I'd say 30 yards. It could be more than that. He does get a fingertip to it, but yeah, that's
not keeping that out.
No. Real Madrid have gone 2-0 up as well. I missed who scored them, but they just scored a really nicely worked goal. It's a nice pass in, and then Luka Modric slips in whoever it was, and I didn't quite see who it was. But with United, I think I love the idea of the long-term plan. I love the idea of trusting the process, of trusting the manager, of not everything has to be a knee-jerk reaction, and give these managers time, but I don't know if maybe the game's changed a bit too much because other clubs don't do that. And if United are doing that and they're thinking of in 4 years' time, we might be competing for the league. We might win the league in 5 years' time. But somebody say, I don't know, say Man City have a blip this season on the Pep goes in the summer. Man City will bring in somebody straight away. Other clubs work on the short-term success. Chelsea, they're a prime example of that. And if they're changing things after one bad season, and Man United are waiting for 5 or 6 bad seasons in the hope that eventually that 6th season brings them a trophy. I don't know if maybe the game's changed a bit, but I don't know. I'm a bit of a dreamer like that. In an ideal world, I'd love to see Solskjaer stay and it work out and Man United become the Man United of old. I don't know.
I think it's our style I don't like. I don't actually enjoy watching us play at the moment. But it's been like that since Van Gaal's days. I've not been impressed from a United game probably since honestly there's been 1 or 2 games I can go and tell you that's when we were great, and the one game is that PSG win away from home because we actually deserved it. We actually played really well that night. We actually fought like Fergie's men used to do, where like when we went to Juventus in '99 and got those 3 goals to get to the final. Away at Juventus, which Juventus had an absolute cracking team. Deschamps was in there. You had Ancelotti managing that lot. It's a great team. Zidane was there. Edgar Davids.
Yeah.
What a team.
Inzaghi, Del Piero. Yeah,
exactly. And Inzaghi scored twice, I think, that night.
Yeah.
So it's things like that. It felt like with that PSG win, and that's when obviously Solskjaer pretty much got the job after that. And I thought to myself, we might actually get this right with Solskjaer, but what I'm saying is, since Van Gaal was manager, I've just not been sure about how we play football. I just don't think it's the United way. I miss the old days of us having wingers and 2 strikers up front. Of course, you don't have that really anymore, and I know football's changed, but I just sometimes wonder. Oh, Andy's getting excited.
Not excited, just like, oh. I was wondering, it's cut to the Liverpool and Atletico Madrid game, and there's crowds of people, crowds of players, all arguing, a lot of handbags. Oh, he's giving it is a red. Oh, sugar. I've just seen the. Okay. Antoine Griezmann, who has 2 goals, has been sent off.
God.
He's gone for a high ball as Bobby Firmino's come in, and he's just put his studs into the face of Firmino, and he's been sent off with 30 minutes left, 40 minutes left even. We've just got to the 53rd minute. He's been applauded off. He looks not the happiest, but I think he knows it's one of them where he's not angry. He just looks a bit dejected because I think it's a red card. It is a red card.
And that's at least one game he'll miss in the group stages.
Yeah. So Atletico Madrid, they've got to play the best part of 40 minutes with 10 men now. Yeah, it's a crap clearance from Liverpool. I'm trying to think who slices it. Somebody slices it clear, and then Atletico get it back, and no. Inter Milan are 2-1 up. Inter Milan just scored a second against Sharif. It's Arturo Vidal.
Vidal. I forgot he plays for Inter. Hang on, is Ajax. 3-0. They're running away with this.
It's all happening. It's all
happening. And he kisses the badge, Haaland, and it is a great goal. It's an absolute cracking goal. He basically came towards the right-hand side of the box, cut into his left, and then curled it into the bottom left corner of the net. And I tell you what, I've not seen Ajax play at all this season, but I'm very impressed by this team tonight. What a result this could be for Ajax in the group stages. 3-0 to the Dutch Kings.
Massive. And that's just such a huge statement and a huge marker to lay down where, I mean, presumably we're going to say Dortmund, the probability is they're not going to get back into this. So if Ajax can beat Dortmund 3-0, maybe 4-0, that's a big statement they put down there. Because Dortmund, while they've not played well tonight, clearly, they're still a massive team in terms of European football.
Yeah.
Oh, we've gone to the Real Madrid game now. Oh my God, that is ridiculous feat. That is a fantastic goal. Is it Rodrigo? Should I see who it is? Oh no, it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius has just scored. Just when you think of like traditional Brazilian silky skills, that he scored one of those where he's got the ball on the left side, gone past a man, drifted inside, gone past him. He's basically ended up in the box, gone past someone else, and then just pops it in the top corner from 6 yards out. Here he is, gets it on the left, a couple of step overs, goes past 2 players there, then a third and a fourth, and then he just beats the keeper from about 6 yards. They're very Ronaldo-esque step overs there, young Ronaldo.
Hey, Vinny. Me and Seb have this thing with Vinicius Junior by saying, hey, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
How old is he now? 20, 21 or something like that?
He must be no older than 21.
Yeah.
In my head, I think he's 20, but I could be wrong. I will have a quick look. If only I had like Google in front of me that I could just go, there we go, Vinicius Junior.
I always find it weird when players have, or anyone
21.
has the... 21. I always find it funny when anyone has the name. Oh, shot on target there by Dortmund, but straight at the keeper, and he picks up the rebound, so it remains still a clean sheet for now for Ajax.
Oh, Ajax are breaking through here on my screen, yeah. But I think I might just be seeing what you've just seen.
Well, I do apologise, folks. It was Anthony who scored. I always get mixed up between him and Harley, even though they have completely different coloured hair.
Yeah. Oh, Anthony's just made it 3-0, yeah. Cutting in off the right and bending it to the far corner.
It's a good goal,
yeah.
Isn't it?
That's a very good goal.
Yeah, they're having fun tonight, Ajax. They're, as Andy said, they're making a statement. And Ajax fans are absolutely delighted in that Amsterdam arena. I was going to say, if Dennis Bergkamp is the assistant manager, he must hate the away days of Champions League nights because he'll be like, right, I'll see you 2 days before. I'm heading off in 2 days.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm just looking at the bench now. The cameras are
God,
on
that
them.
was mad.
Yeah, it's crazy how he. I mean, Bergkamp was the one player I always remembered as the guy who just got the train or a boat to get to the match if it was a European night. But even so, he would still play pretty well on the pitch. What a player he was, Dennis Bergkamp, for Arsenal. I've still got my FIFA 99 PS1 game with him on the front cover.
Brilliant.
Which I'll share to the viewers. I'll show it to Andy later, but there is my FIFA 99. That was my first FIFA game, and I'll always keep that.
Oh God! See, I had the original FIFA on the Mega Drive. With
Was that 94?
I guess it would have been. It was just it's a goal for Leipzig. I just looked up some white shirts, thought it was Madrid. No, it's Leipzig. I've just gone 2-1 up in Paris.
That's a big moment for Leipzig.
I think it's Mukiele coming in from the right. Again, they've got in down the left, which I haven't seen who put the ball in, but there's a good chance it could have been Angelino again.
Oh, yeah.
They've got in down the left, and they've played it across to the right, and coming in at the back post is Mukiele, who is playing right back, I think, tonight. And there's Angelino celebrating lots. Let's see.
I have a feeling it is him, you know.
I like that. You haven't even seen the goal. Yeah, they've worked it from the middle of the pitch out to the left. Angelino, one touch, gets it off his feet and crosses it. Mukiele runs in. Oh, who's let him go? Somebody's just, I think Kimpembe is just completely let him go, and he's just drifted in behind him. Yeah, Kimpembe's just stopped playing for the offside, and he's come running in, Mukiele, and he's just put it on the volley from 8 yards.
What a moment!
Yeah,
that's a good. That's good for Leipzig.
That's again talk about a statement from Ajax if they beat Dortmund. Going to Paris Saint-Germain and beating the superstars of PSG that's huge for Leipzig if they can hold on. Obviously, there's still loads to play for. I'm looking at it now. There's like 58 minutes on the clock, so we've got half an hour, 35 minutes. You'd imagine with stoppages and whatnot.
And of course, Messi is playing. He is playing in that game, so he's up front with Mbappe and Draxler at the moment. But yeah, it's not going so great for Messi at PSG. I mean, okay, it's still early days. He still needs to find his feet. But, you know, sadly, when it's a player like Messi, the media and the fans expect him to get on with it. Let's be honest. While you look at Ronaldo, he's gone back to United and already scored 5-6 goals. A lot of them tap-ins, but we love it.
Goals are goals. That's what he's there for. That's what he's there for.
Exactly.
It's. I think that I don't know. With Messi, it's interesting because there's always been obviously the comparison between Messi and Ronaldo, and I've always myself preferred Ronaldo. To be fair, they're probably the two greatest players of all time. So it's not like I'm saying Messi's awful, but the fact that this is the first time that he's had to adapt to a new club and a new environment, it's interesting to watch see play out and to go to what people are saying that is the Farmers League. That always gets thrown at him, but to go to that go to a team where you're expected to steamroll at everybody every week and win the league at a canter, and then you compare that to Ronaldo, who obviously left Sporting Lisbon to go to Man United, then went from Man United to Real Madrid, from Real Madrid to Juventus, and now back to Man United, who's done that, who won the European Championships. It's fascinating to see Messi, I guess, taken out of his comfort zone at Barcelona, where he's just been. You're Leo Messi at Barcelona. You're the greatest player in the club's history. Everything is about you, and just to see him in this environment now, where it's not started well. It's going to be interesting to see how he recovers. Well, how he changes things up over the next few weeks and gets settled. I think they're just bringing on Danilo now for Idrissa Gueye. Gana Gueye's gone off for Danilo, which I don't know. That's to me is a very like substitution when you're chasing the game. And Wijnaldum's come on as well for Ander Herrera. So double substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. I could watch Gini Wijnaldum play all day, every day.
Yeah, me too.
So underrated. Just technically.
When I heard PSG going for free, I was amazed. I was just like, wow, that's a transfer. And Ramos as well. At PSG.
Speaking of Ramos, his old club have just gone 4-0 up against Shakhtar Donetsk. Vinicius Junior has put the ball across the box, and it's been tapped in by Who's that? Who's put it in? I can't actually see from the angle of they got it on the TV. But yeah, Vinicius causing all kinds of problems again. Down the left, 4-0 to Real Madrid. Away at there's lots of people in the crowd looking and really like, oh, what have I come here tonight? There's one shut off, and the camera's on now, and he's just head in his hand. Oh, he's got both hands in his head now.
Oh, bless
his head in both hands even.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, speaking of Spanish football, La Liga not in the greatest of what a goal line clearance that was by Ajax, but not exactly the greatest league in the world right now. La Liga, it's lost Ronaldo and Messi recently and plays like that. But you look at Barcelona though, Andy, they've lost their first 2 games in the group stages and battered pretty much by Benfica and Bayern.
I agree. I'm going to come back to that. There's been goals in 2 of the games now. There's been a goal in the Porto against Milan game, and there's a goal in Inter and Sharif. It's cut into him now. It's just saying it's a goal, but it's cut to the Inter game. Inter are taking the corner. It's headed back across, and Inter have scored. Is it Stefan de Vrij? It is Stefan de Vrij. The corner's gone in deep. It's been headed back across by Brozovic maybe, and then de Vrij's finished it off, and Inter are happily celebrating.
I was going to say because so the Inter looks like they've probably secured the 3 points there.
Yeah.
Which, for Sharif, as I said, they could celebrate those first 2 wins, but they know that it's going to be still tricky the final 3 matches when they've still got to play Real Madrid and Inter again. Oh, here's Erling Haaland. He's got in. He's done well there. Oh, another save. Oh, he's having a great night tonight, Pazvir, for Ajax.
I totally got that wrong. It's not Brozovic who's headed it back. It's somebody who looks completely different. It's Denzel Dumfries. So,
is it?
So that's a goal made in Holland, I guess you could say. So the corner's coming. I think Brozovic may have taken the corner, and then Dumfries has headed it back across. De Vrij's got the volley on it, and 3-1 Inter.
3-1 Inter there.
And now they go into the Porto game, I believe. That's what's next.
Yeah, because that's not had a goal yet, has it?
No, that's what I'm saying. There is a goal in it now. It's just that it's waiting to cut to it. All it says at the bottom of the screen is goal. Right, it's Porto have got the ball. Porto going down the right. Some nice footwork there. Yeah. Oh, some nice tricks. Ball into the box. Clearance from Kjaer that's gone up in the air. Oh, nice. I thought it was going to be a foul. No, it's... Yeah, Porto have gone 1-0 up. Oh, it's the fella whose name I always forget, who I have actually got on FIFA.
Diaz, isn't it?
It is. There he is. Yeah.
You can thank my live score app.
Kjaer's gone to clear it. The ball's going from the right. Simon Kjaer's cleared it. It's just kind of gone up in the air. It's dropped. There's been a bit of a tangle. And then, it's just dropped to Diaz. And Zlatan's not happy with the ref. Zlatan's ranted at the referee. The referee is bricking in his pants there.
Oh, yeah. I would be so scared. I'd be literally looking up going, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'm just doing my job. Big win that'll be for Porto against AC Milan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Chancellor Demba is playing now. He used to play for Newcastle. He was awful as a centre half for Newcastle. He's playing for Porto these days. Oh, it's not Kjaer. Kjaer doesn't get the clearance. It's actually come off the player he's challenged with. They've sliced it up in the air. But either way, it's 1-0.
Oh, I'm excited now. Klazan is coming on. Berghuis has gone off. He's had a great game. And he looks tired, actually.
He always looks knackered. Looks knackered.
It's his hair, isn't it? It looks so wet and sweaty.
Yeah.
But Klazan's come on, and I've been so impressed at him wearing the Netherlands shirt during these qualifiers. I've not watched the Holland game yet live, I must admit, since the Euros, but I've watched the highlights on the Sky Sports app of every Holland game. And Klazan and Memphis Depay together, it just works, doesn't it? It's just, it's such. I mean, you know what I think of Depay. I'm not his biggest fan, but hey, for him and Klazan up front, take them to the World Cup because them two just seem to pull off a great show each time they're together on that pitch.
Yeah, and Davy Klaassen that's another one who's ended up going back to Ajax. It's all this run of players that come through Ajax and end up going back there. I think with Davy Klaassen, he would have ideally stayed in Europe a bit longer. Just it obviously didn't work out from Everton. They went to Werder Bremen, I think it was. Was it Wolves? Yeah, Werder Bremen, and it
was
did okay. Yeah, did okay there. So I think he probably would have stayed in no disrespect to the Eredivisie, I guess he would have liked to have stayed in a bigger league for another couple of seasons maybe, but he's back at Ajax. It's worked out really well for him. And it just, that's the thing, because he's done so well at Ajax in that first spell, he was always going to be welcome back. And I think with him, he's one of those players where he maybe needs that arm around the shoulder a little bit. And so to go back and have that kind of hero's welcome, even though it's not worked out for him at the clubs he went to, it's obviously they're getting the benefit. Oh, Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, Lionel Messi's just scored.
Has he?
He has. They broke down the right with Mbappe. Let's just see it here. Oh, it's just Keylor Navas celebrating. Yeah, they broke down the right with Mbappe. He's pulled it across.
Oh, Donnarumma not playing.
No, I'm not sure what the crack is there. I've not watched the Paris Saint-Germain's. I don't think I've seen him since before. I think I saw the first couple of games of the season. That was about it. So I'm not sure if he's injured though.
The fact that that's PSG's goalkeeper lineup is mad.
Yeah, I know, and you've still got like Sergio Rico's there. Alfonso Areola, I think, is still technically there because his West Ham moves at a loan deal, I think. So just the keepers they've got under their books. But I suppose it's
mad.
The same with Paris Saint-Germain. You look anywhere on the pitch, and it's just like, wow, how many defenders they've got, how many central midfielders they've got, how many wide players like Draxler playing tonight, who it kind of looked like he was done there. But then you've got Messi, you've got Mbappe, you've got Angel Di Maria as well. So there's just so many options all over the place, including goalkeeper.
Oh, it's 4-0.
Wow.
Ajax are having an absolute riot. It's Haller with the header, and the way he celebrates, he just stands there and goes, easy peasy, lemon squeezy tonight, my friend. And Anthony jumps on his back. Klazan goes up to him and goes, yeah, I like that one. And, well, I don't know what's happened to... I don't know what's happened to Dortmund tonight.
The defending there is horrendous.
It's awful, isn't it? How
slack it all is. It's Daley Blind with the assist. But like I said before, Daley Blind, the one thing he hasn't got is pace. But nobody's even gone to him to rush him. They've let him get the ball, they've let him take a few touches, look up, and just put the ball on a plate for Haller. And none of the centre halves there haven't got close to him at all. That's an embarrassing goal for Dortmund to concede.
What a night.
That's poor.
I mean, this is poor. I love a cross, but you've got to deal with this. I mean, this is Daley Blind. He sees the man, and
it's all just so simple. It's so easy.
Emre Can and Hummels though. That's poor. I mean, I like Mats Hummels. I think he's been great for German football, but he's making too many mistakes for me at Dortmund. And Emre Can, as I said, I did say, didn't I, when he came on, to me, he's Deadwood. I think he's past it. Used goods, if you ask me. Because I watched him play for Dortmund a bit last season, and Hummels as well. They just made too many mistakes. And even when they had, is it Terzic that was their manager?
Yeah.
You know, I thought Terzic actually did all right with what he had. He did all right at the end of last season, really. But he knew he was only there until they got their replacement. So, yeah, at the moment, though, no excuses for Marco Rose. He's 4-0 down at the Amsterdam Arena. And Ajax showing, who knows? Of course, early days in this Champions League, but this is some statement.
Yeah, I think it's good as well. I like the fact that Sebastian Haller is doing so well for him there, because obviously he got his big move to West Ham from Frankfurt, and it just didn't work. It just seemed like nothing he could. I'm sure. To be fair, I remember him scoring against Man United maybe once, but it didn't happen for him in the Premier League, whatever. And then he went to Ajax last season, and I think it was a goal every other game. This season, I think that will have been his 11th in 12 games, maybe. Because he got 4 in one of the earlier rounds in the Champions League. He's got a few in the league, so it's just good to see him scoring goals. And when you watch him now, it's like it's a completely different player than he was at West Ham. And just in terms of how he carries himself, he looks like he's enjoying playing football. Oh, that should have been 5 then.
Oh, did he not get it? Oh, was it Tadic? No. It was. He should.
It was. But that's a great ball from Anthony.
But he just didn't pull his leg out. All he had to do was pull his leg. He didn't react at all. It just went right past him. Oh yeah, but I tell you what, I will not doubt a 5-0 scoreline, which That will really hit the headlines in Germany and in
massively.
European newspapers throughout the night. I'm sure of it.
But Leipzig have got a free kick here in a very promising looking position. And it's cut to it, and it's your boy, Angelino, standing over it, barking orders, trying to organise where people are going. But there is, I think, pretty much there must be every Paris Saint-Germain player is back there. Let's look at the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. It's gone into the back post. It's a flick header. It's just wide. It's a goal kick.
I do like Angelino. I think he's a great player.
Yeah, it's a strange one from City that they let him go, really. At the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at their left backs,
it's not that many strong, is there?
No, I mean they were relying on Zinchenko to be the backup left back. When he was traditionally, when he first came into the team, he was more of a left winger.
Yeah.
And so they were relying on him, and they were happy for Angelino to go. And I'm thinking, if I look at those two players and there's one I want to keep, it's not Zinchenko, it's Angelino. But fair play to him, he's gone to Leipzig and he's doing really well for himself. And especially now that City's other left back, Mendy, is out of the equation for a little while, by the looks of it. God knows what's going to happen there. But you just think, if Man City, if you had Angelino, what could have been here in the moment? The fair play to Leipzig, they're really going at Paris Saint-Germain. But Paris Saint-Germain have just hoofed it clear to Mbappe. Now that's an outball that you want. Oh, is that a penalty? It's a penalty, Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, what a game that is.
It was Leipzig were going all in on Paris Saint-Germain, and it's just the ball breaks loose, and it's just one hoof ball over the top to Mbappe. He runs through, and I think it's Oban that's brought him down. But it's a penalty. Oh no, it's not Oban, or is it? No, it's not. No, it's definitely not. That's a soft penalty, I think. It's one. It's one of those where. Yeah, I think they are, but it's one of those where it is a penalty. It's a soft penalty, but it's the defender puts himself in a position where he gives the referee has to give it. Really, the defender's made a Neymar in the stands there. The fella next to him just having a rave up with a glass of red wine.
No, there's a glass of red wine.
He is, honestly. Messi's taking the pen.
He's got to score, surely.
Giving it the eyes. He's giving it the eyes. I don't know. I've seen Messi miss a fair few penalties over the years.
Mbappe should never take one after that Switzerland penalty shootout.
Yeah. Part of me really wants him to miss this. He's done the open anchor.
Has he? He scored. Oh, fair play.
He's dinked it right down the middle.
You've got to have balls to do the Panenka in my eyes. Shad the Manscaped will promote more later on in the week, but I'm sure we'll do that phrase again. LTS20 is a discount code, folks. It's funny, I've just seen the Ajax bench on the cameras there, and I completely forgot about Tagliafico. Oh, it could be 5! Go on! Oh! No! Go on! Shoot! No! Oh, it's cleared off the line. Oh, I just wanted them to get a 5th goal. Sorry, I'm probably overexciting it, but Ajax, I thought they had it then. It was through to Haaland. He was up against the keeper, and then the keeper saved it. And then it was rebounded towards, I think it was Neres, I'm not sure. He's only just come on to replace Anthony. And I think it was David Neres who tried to take a shot, and then it was cleared off the line. But Kobel making sure it's not 5-0.
I think something's happened in the Liverpool game. They just cut back to Atletico Madrid Liverpool. It's a penalty to Liverpool.
Ah.
So it's Alexander-Arnold hoofs it into the box. Oh, yeah, that's silly. Let's see the replay. It's Diogo Jota against his old club. To Mosa, it's a really high ball that's coming down, and they're both running underneath it. And Mosa, he does look, and he gives him a little nudge with his arm. Again, it's like the Paris Saint-Germain one where it's a soft penalty, but as the defender, you've been an idiot there because you've given the referee the decision to make. Although, and in prime shithouse behaviour to match Diego Simeone, there's now 5 Atletico Madrid players stood all around the penalty spot. As Mo Salah stands there.
Simeone.
He did. Salah's there, stood at the floor, stood at the ball, stood at the spot, and you could just all the Atletico Madrid players are chirping bits at him, saying whatever.
mind games, isn't it? At that point, it's
Yeah,
just
Jan Oblak stood right on the ball as well.
and he's a great goalkeeper. You never know with Oblak, he could save it. You never know. One of the best keepers in the world right now.
I saw him. He dropped the clanger about 2 weeks ago, just for the international break, I think it was, and that was, I think it was the first time I could think of him making. Every goalkeeper makes it, so it's like, it happens. Everyone makes it. The greatest goalkeepers of all time have made mistakes, but it was like it was notable to me because it's the first time I've ever seen him do it because he's so reliable. Salah's running up, Salah scores.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
We love Liverpool here, me and Andy.
Yeah. If you want Liverpool love, go to the other stream. That's where Joe is watching.
This is the anti-Liverpool stream.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like people say. Sorry, what was that? Andy?
No, I was to say Hermosa's complaining there, ranted about the decision, but to be fair, he's.
It's too late now.
Greg Livingstone's on the comments. Liverpool pen is not soft. The defender was looking right at the player. I think you're right, Greg. He's given the referee a decision to make there, and it was just a bit of a silly one.
Well, currently with this Ajax game, they've got 10 more minutes to find a fifth goal, and they really are going for it. Dortmund just got nothing to show. Even Mats Hummels has gone off. I think they are just trying to avoid a fifth goal, and Mats Hummels' face when he came off the pitch, as you'd expect, not good, but I question how much longer he's got at Dortmund. He's made too many mistakes in the last year, I'd say, since watching Dortmund. Looks like there'll be a double substitution for Ajax. And it is amazing just seeing the coach telling them what tactics they're going to play now for the next 10 minutes when this match is already done. I think they really just want to carry on playing and just prove that they can do this for 90 minutes.
Wow, I've just realised when you talk about Hummels, I've just checked it, because in my head, I've got him as being about 34, maybe 35.
He's 36, isn't he?
32.
What?
I know. That's... Yeah.
The boy's got no pace.
I know. That's it. He's never really had pace, but it's even more noticeable these days. Yeah.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember it, but France-Germany at the Euros, and Mats Hummels went up against Mbappe, and Mbappe's pace, it was just like, oh my god! I was literally like, Hummels, don't pull a leg out, and amazingly he recovered and stopped him. But at the time I was saying to my dad, he's going to give away a penalty. He's that shit. Dortmund looking for their first goal of the night, and it's cleared away at the end. Haaland trying to cross the ball in there, but doesn't find any of his men in yellow. And it looks as though there's a double substitution. They're about to do it now, Ajax. Wrench is coming on for Mazriari.
Oh, Devin Wrench, yeah. Yep. Another one. It's just this, I don't know, like just this factory line of young players that come through with Devin Wrench with another one who can play right back, centre half, and left back, anywhere across the back. It's just, it's brilliant with Ajax. You love to see it. They've, in a similar way to Man United, where it's put, I think, even more so with Ajax, because that's the basis of their model, is to bring through young players to sell, to bring in money. But yeah, you just love to see like the next young player coming through. Leipzig, big chance then.
Oh, they missed.
Chance. Yeah.
Hall has just come off. 6 goals in 3 games in the Champions League. Wow. I didn't know that. That's I mean, it's funny. The moment Seb Harler joined Ajax back in January, he's just gone off straight away, hasn't he? He's carried on as he did. Well, I'm not saying he was that good at West Ham, but he's forgotten about the Premier League and he's gone right into the Eredivisie and just got on with it.
So at Frankfurt, there was 20-odd goals in his final season there. Oh, there's big news at Atletico Madrid.
Oh, what's happened?
It's a penalty to Atletico.
No. Yeah, what a game.
I think it's Diogo Jota that's tripped him. Yeah,
he's been involved in a lot tonight.
He has. It's a ball. It's a free kick from the left that's come into the box, into the Liverpool box, and Diogo Jota has tripped. I can't see with his. It's a little bit soft, but again, it's the other way around now, where you've got, I can count 7 Liverpool players all stood on the penalty spot, all talking to the referee, all blocking the penalty taker from taking it.
So Andy will keep us updated.
I'll be honest, I think that's really soft. As much as I'm happy that Atletico have a penalty for our anti-Liverpool agenda, It's that's very soft. Yeah, with Sebastian Haller as well. He's playing international football now, which is fun to see because he went through the system with France, and then I think it was last year, played his first game for the Ivory Coast. So he's now a full international there.
It's funny actually. For any
Oh,
of you,
you dick!
he's missed, hasn't he?
No, I think that. Oh no, I thought he'd overturned it. But no, he's going to check the VAR screen, which means he's probably going to overturn it.
Oh no. That's a shame.
The ref's jogging over very slowly.
This is why I hate VAR. Liverpool, as we call them.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
It is soft. Sebastian Haller.
Oh yes, we got a Dortmund.
Really soft one.
We got a Dortmund corner here as we've reached 85 minutes, but here it comes. Looks promising towards Haaland, but it's gone way over the bar. Ajax goal kick. And speaking of Ivory Coast and all that, the great thing about the FIFA TV YouTube channel, they've been live streaming on YouTube all the African qualifying games.
Oh, so cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they've done some of the Asian games as well, I think. But it's pretty good to... I mean, look, the stadiums in Africa are not like we have in Europe, but in all fairness, wherever Nigeria go, all those supporters of Nigeria will follow them. The Eagles fans, they're absolute massive army.
No penalty.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, damn it, Griezmann, why? Oh, that's a shame.
Joe Gomez is coming on now for Liverpool. Not sure he's going off yet.
In all fairness to Liverpool, if they get the win, to win away at Atletico Madrid and beat AC Milan at home, that's pretty impressive so far.
Oh, see the Milan game as well. That looked like Milan were going to win. It was, again, Liverpool turned it around. I think it's Jimenez, the centre half, who's gone down under Jota's challenge, and it's a dive. It wasn't a pen. Unfortunately, Trent's going off for Joe Gomez with 7 minutes left.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, Barcelona Dynamo Kiev. Now, if they somehow don't win that at home, then my God, what's happened there? Because they've got to win tomorrow, haven't they, Andy? They've got no points, and they've lost the first two games, at least 3-0, I think they were, both of them, towards Bayern Munich and Benfica.
It's a weird one with Barca, because even if they got beat tomorrow, you still can't see him sacking Ronald Koeman. Because of the money involved in it. Yeah. So it's and Koeman, to his credit, not to his credit, well maybe to his credit, but he's been bold in his press conferences where he knows he can't get fired. He knows it's going to take a lot for him to get fired, and if he does get fired, he's going to get a shitload of money. What was it, €8 million? I think.
Exactly. He's in a great position, isn't he? If you think about it.
So he's getting slated. He's had arguably the greatest player of all time, taken away from him, let go for nothing. He's had to sell Antoine Griezmann. All these. I don't know. It's just I kind of feel sorry for Koeman. I don't think he's a great manager. I think he's a very negative manager. But I partly feel sorry for him in the hand he's been dealt in this regard, where it's been like, well, you can't really bring anyone in. You're also going to lose the club's ever greatest player. Ooh, that looks like it could be a red card in the Milan game. Zlatan's just booted someone in the head. The referee's blown for a free kick. The referee's going to his pocket. Zlatan's going, I got the ball. It's a yellow. It's a yellow. Yeah, I'm not sure it's on the floor, but they've not got up. It's Chancel Mbemba, who was on about before, who used to be at Newcastle. Yeah, it doesn't look good from Zlatan, that. The guy's gone in for the header and Zlatan's put his boot up into the top of his head. It's not as bad as a Griezmann one before. But yeah, with Koeman, it's a weird one because you know that he's not going to get fired no matter what. So they could get turned over 3-0 tomorrow and he'd still be in a job. He'd get lots of stick in the press, he'd get lots of stick from the fans, but he's still going to be in a job that pays him a lot of money.
And Henrik Larsson will be delighted as well.
Yes.
The assistant manager.
To mention him. Yeah.
Maybe he could be the next Man United manager and get us out of this shit.
I don't know. How did he do? Was it Drew Gardens that he managed? I'm trying to think. Was he?
Oh, I've just seen the crowd at Ajax are doing the what's it called when you put your back towards the pitch and you jump up and down?
The Poznan.
Poznan, yes.
Yeah.
They're all doing that in the stands right now, so they're clearly just absolutely thrilled. Maybe a few beers have been drank, but who cares? 4-0 here against Dortmund if you've just joined us. Seconds to go till we reach the 90, but yeah, Dortmund, if any of you Dortmund fans are joining in, you're wondering what the hell's happened, mate, they've been crap. They've done nothing tonight. Haaland has had 1 or 2 chances, but that's all they can really talk about tonight. They have been outdone by Erik Ten Hag's team. The next Man United manager. 3 minutes of added time. Come on, Ajax, get 5th goal.
It's hoping.
Yeah.
It's the Paris Saint-Germain games on at the moment here, and it's RB Leipzig desperately trying to get back into it. It's Paris Saint-Germain have got everybody behind the ball, even Messi, apart from Kylian Mbappe, obviously, because that's your out ball. Yeah, it's they're trying to craft something. That's a horrendous pass. It's a goal kick to Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, they're trying to craft something Leipzig and just Paris Saint-Germain they're cutting out over channels. Verratti is being Verratti and moaning to the referee about something because that's what he does. Oh, it's gone over to Madrid. It's in injury time. I'm going to guess this is maybe a 5th goal for Madrid. Lucas Vasquez, Karim Benzema. It's 5-0 away at Shakhtar Donetsk.
And he's another one who's had a great... good save. Damn. Ajax, I thought they got through there. Nearly could have made it 5-0. Instead, it's on the opposite end with Haaland. He's lost the ball. Calls for handball, but I think, the referee has given a free kick to Dortmund. So for Pazver, he'll be just hoping, as long as this ball stays out, I've had a great night with a clean sheet to his name.
So to the credit, some of the Shakhtar Donetsk fans are celebrating still. There's a few that look happy. There was one guy then who had a face like thunder, but there's some of them who are just kind of, it's Real Madrid, we're 5-0.
Maybe they're just happy that Europa League might happen for them instead.
maybe.
Know.
If only they still had Tyson.
Yeah. Timbers
Shakhtar nearly got a consolation then. Just a long ball over the top. Courtois put it out for a corner.
Hazard's just struck it way over the crossbar with that Dortmund free kick. And one of the Dortmund fans is trying to keep the ball, but he's been told... Oh no! He's throwing it back in the crowd. He doesn't want to give it back.
Brilliant.
He might have had a few beers, bless him. Tahir Dazar 92 says, Haaland Ali, Haaland Zibi, Haaland. Well, it's not been his night.
No. Done nothing tonight. No.
But it's not really his fault, I guess, is it, Andy? If there's not been the team set up there or defensively going well, then it's, from his department. He may not have scored, but it's just the way it is, isn't it? If your team doesn't show up, it's hard to get a goal. Yeah. I just asked Cristiano. Yeah, especially at Juventus. You're absolutely right. Well, that's it. Full time at the Amsterdam Arena, and what a win that is for Ajax. To be honest, they've been dominant throughout the whole game, and the scoreline, it could have been more, to be honest. 4-0, Royce with an own goal, Blind to find the net, Anthony and Haaland, the 2 wonderful strikers that they have up front, doing it for Amsterdam tonight. And, wow, I'm impressed, because that's the first game I've watched them this season, Ajax, and I'm sure they'll be looking forward to PSV on Sunday in that big rivalry in the Eredivisie, and they certainly look pumped up for that. Clean sheet as well, but for Dortmund, no real chances that they had. 1 or 2 from Haaland, but they just could not get themselves going tonight. And for those travelling supporters, Haaland straight away going up to the Dortmund fans. He's put his hands up, and straight away he is just basically giving them the signal of, I'm really sorry about that performance.
I'm sorry we were shit.
Yeah, he's actually properly gone up to them, and the Dortmund fans, they're not clapping back or anything like that, and don't blame them really, because, look, Andy, there's nothing wrong in an Ajax win over Dortmund, but it's the way it's been done tonight, and I don't think anyone was expecting it to be that one-sided.
Yeah, it's not just the 4-0, it's the performance as well. Before we get into that, quickly before he shoots off, I see Greg's asking in the chat that he's off soon. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Greg. He's asking what's the situation with streaming tomorrow, Jamie?
Oh, so we've got Luke doing Benfica Bayern Munich tomorrow night. So do join him for that 8 o'clock kickoff. So yeah, that's our next stream, and then we got Rangers on Thursday night as well in the Europa League at home to Brøndby. So yeah, bring on those two streams in the next 2 nights. But meanwhile here, if you've just joined us, Ajax winning 4-0. We'll go through the final results, shall we, from the Champions League. So PSG leading 3-2 as it's in the 91st minute at the moment, with Messi getting a brace. So that's 3 goals to his name in the Champions League this season, and also for his club since joining them in the summer. Atletico Madrid still looking for that equaliser after...
Oh, I'm just watching it now. There's one last chance. It's come across. Is it going to be Suarez? Oh, it's over the bar.
Oh, Lewis.
No, it wasn't Suarez, but we're into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. There's 6 minutes in total of stoppage time. So there's 3 minutes left for Atletico Madrid to get something from this. Atletico Madrid down to 10 men. There's a penalty check in the Paris Saint-Germain game. It's gone to VAR. I'm not sure who for, but the referee's running over to the board. It is for RB Leipzig.
Oh!
So could Leipzig get a pen, and then could they snatch it at the death? Let's see. Oh, no, it's the other way around. It's Paris Saint-Germain. I was looking at the wrong end of the
Another
pitch.
penalty.
Yeah, it's on Hakimi. Hakimi's gone into the box, and I can't see if there's one of the defenders has come across and caught him a little bit. And it is a penalty. So I'm going to guess Leo Messi has a chance for a hat-trick now. I'm presuming he'll take it.
Surely he's taken that if he's still on the pitch.
Yeah, I can see him. He's still on the pitch. I guess, again, it's one of those where it is a pen, I guess, but it's just...
I don't know about you, Andy. I hate hat-tricks when any of them are penalties. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I love a hat-trick when they're actual goals, not 2 of them being penalties. Like I remember Steven Gerrard getting a hat. Oh.
It's Kylian Mbappe that's taken it.
The hell?
Lionel Messi is on the pitch, is at the edge of the penalty box. Mbappe's taken it. He doesn't look too comfortable.
No.
The Paris Saint-Germain coaching staff don't look too impressed. So I don't know. There's 4 minutes of injury time. We're into nearly that. And he's put it over the bar.
Oh my God.
After all that, he's put over the crossbar. That is a horrendous penalty. He's down the middle and over the bar.
You see, it always annoys me, Andy, when people change their penalty taker in the same match. I don't get that. You know, why not just stick with the one that just scored before? I'll never forget, what was it, the United Wolves game, and Pogba and Rashford couldn't decide who would take it. I'm thinking, this should be settled before you're even on that pitch. I don't get it.
Leipzig had gone at the other end.
No.
It's come to the edge of the bar. Awful.
Can you imagine if they'd scored from that?
Yeah,
that would have really been bad for Mbappe.
Yeah, it's coming from the right, come across the Emil Forsberg, just outside the box, and he's just...
Forsberg. Right I love Forsberg. He's got a good finish in him when he gets it right.
He has a lot of the time, but he's just skied it. He's scooped it over the bar from just outside the box. The Mbappe penalty, he's tried to go down the middle, and he's gone slightly to the keeper's right, but it's just gone high. And yeah, like you said, if you're going to change penalty takers, I get it if it's maybe game to game, but when you've got somebody in the game already that's taken the penalty and scored the penalty, and also it's Leo Messi, most people would say he's probably the best player of all time. So why you wouldn't have him on that penalty after he's already scored one? Seems silly. I mean, Paris Saint-Germain are going to win this. There was 4 minutes added on. We're into 5.5 minutes. So and Verratti's doing lots of shithouse fouls or dives. So Paris Saint-Germain are going to win, but it just seemed, I don't know, unnecessary for Mbappe to be taking that penalty. And I don't know what the situation was, because the the Paris Saint-Germain bench didn't look all that impressed with it either. Like before, the fact that he was taking it. So I don't know if he's just took the ball himself, or I don't know.
What a night of Champions League football. We've seen close shaves
Been a
in
hell of
all
a
of
night.
these matches.
It's full time. It's final whistle. 3-2 Paris Saint-Germain.
I was going to say, Liverpool game's still going on my phone, it seems.
Liverpool game has finished 3-2, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Inter Milan beat Sheriff 3-1. Ajax obviously in Borussia Dortmund 4-0 to Ajax. Porto finished 1-0 winners against AC Milan. Shakhtar Donetsk lost at home 5-0 to Real Madrid. And that's it for these kickoffs. Obviously, there were the earlier ones which you went through before, which Man City beating Club Brugge 5-1. Besiktas losing at home 4-1 to Sporting Lisbon. And that, I think, is us up to date on that.
I'll just quickly check that table then from the Ajax game. So Ajax, 3 wins out of 3. Goal difference of 10.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Sebastian Haller.
Yeah, that's a statement. Of course, there's still 3 more games to go, but you'd be confident enough that Ajax will still get a few more points to make sure that they go into the last 16. But yeah, Dortmund, it's not too bad for Dortmund. They're 3 points behind Ajax. Still a chance to try and win the group. Sporting Lisbon with 3 points. Besiktas, though, have lost all 3 of their games against Dortmund, Sporting Lisbon and Ajax so far. So that's your current table. In terms of British teams, Man City are second. They're a point behind PSG after PSG's win over Leipzig. Liverpool top with 3 wins out of 3, just like Ajax have started so far. And Atletico Madrid and FC Porto are level on 4 points in second and third. And AC Milan, 3 defeats in a row for them, for Zlatan's lot.
That's a tough one, I think. I think for Milan, obviously losing tonight against Porto is a tough one. But the Liverpool game, they looked so in control in that, and just that's one I think they're gonna look back and really regret that Liverpool game, I think.
And that's pretty much it. I think we are going to wrap it up there. So my final thanks to Andy Pollard for joining us tonight. It's been too long since we last had him on a watch.
It's been a while, yeah. Cheers for having me on.
I've had the tallies on my wall, what's his name, Victor Zask, not killing people, but I have to, make the marks and go every time. It's been a day without Andrew Pollard. Or I'd like to say Andrew Perlow on Let's Talk Sport. Yeah, if you do agree, do give us a like. That Andrew Pollard does look like Andrea Pirlo, the Jesus of Italian football, as I'd like to say.
Fantastic.
Anyway, thanks to you lot at home for watching us as well. And if you haven't yet, do support us by giving us a like and click the subscribe button. Our next stream is tomorrow night with Luke Tanner with Benfica versus Bayern Munich at 8 p.m. So Bayern Munich off to a great start in that, and they've won 5-1 the other day at the Bay Arena against Bayer Leverkusen. So will Lewandowski find the net again for the German champions? We'll find out tomorrow night. But anyway, for now, stay safe, everyone, and we will see you very well soon. Good night.